I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today we're going to be making a rolled rose. And that means you're just going to roll the paper and you can choose what kind of paper you want. For me, I used a double-sided cardstock. I used a plain pink on one side and a nice design on the other. And this is the end result of one that you can make for yourself. The edges are rolled, so you need a dowel in order to do some rolling for the edges. I used a hot glue, so you need a glue gun, but you can use other glue. And then, of course, you just need your fingers to start rolling the rose and the template from betsmakes.com. So that's all you need to get going. So let's move over to Cricut Design Space and let's get started. So here we are in Design Space and we're going to be making our rolled rose. I'm just going to hide that part of it. We want to go to our uploads this time, and we have a file called the rolled rose. It's called rolled filigree rose, and that's the one we want. You're going to upload the SVG file to Design Space, and then we're going to click on it and insert that image. Now, this particular rolled rose has some beautiful little filigree patterns that you will see on the inside. And basically, these will be on the outside of the rose. So when we learn how to roll this thing properly, it'll be a fair size rose. Now we don't have to do anything with it once we're here into Cricut Design Space except to go ahead and cut it. So there are no adjustments to make unless you want to make it bigger, because it has been designed to absolutely fit exactly what you want. So we're simply going to click on Save. I'm going to put it in my folder called Rolled Rose, and my folder called June Makes, and this is called a Rolled Rose, and I'm just going to save it. And all we have to do here with this particular one is come over here to make it. It's going to sort it into just one, and you'll notice that it takes up most of the room on your mat. There is absolutely nothing you have to do, except you do have to decide the type of paper that you want to use. I'm just going to hit continue here. I'm going to take a look at the different paper types. Quite often a medium cardstock will be absolutely perfect, or you can use a light cardstock. Some people have even used tissue paper. But once you've made that decision, go ahead and cut it, and then I'll see you on the other side, and we'll put the whole thing together at the demo table. So here we are with our rolled rose. It has all been cut out. I've already put this one together. As you can see, I've also twisted the edges around. I used a small dowel, and you can use anything that you want for this particular one. And then, of course, a glue gun at the bottom. Now, you don't have to leave it like this. You could actually put it on a stem if you wanted to, because they'll be glued down in another area as well. So this one is really beautiful. I used a two-sided paper for it. Now, this is the other one I cut that has these beautiful edges on it. And as you can see, it has these gorgeous cutouts of flowers. So what we're going to do is now roll this up. As you can see, I have started rolling it already. You just get it in a long, thin piece. But what you want to do is start rolling from the outside right to the inside. So we're going to roll this up pretty easily. You don't have to have it really tight. All you want to do is just roll it up. Always tighten it later. So it just is a matter of rolling, and I had it rolled before, so it should come quite quickly. Yours might not be as fast as this. As you can see, it's all twisted up here. And I'm not too worried about how tight it is at the top or the bottom right at this point in time, because with a rolled rose, you want to make it easy on yourself. You don't want to be fighting with the paper all the way. Because we do have a little technique at the end that's going to make this totally easy for you. Now we have these beautiful little edges being rolled in. Now you'll notice that we also have, at the very end here, we have this extra piece. Now this is the platform, which means I can let this scroll out, just open up a bit so it fits with that platform. So that's usually what I try to do. I just unroll this a little bit so it fits on that platform. And it gets stuck here a little bit, but I'm just going to, there we go. You can see it unfurl quite a bit. The whole idea here is so that we can glue it to the platform. When you have it looking exactly the way you want on top of that platform, we're not going to tuck things in right now. What we're going to do is we're going to glue that together. So I have a glue gun here that we're going to use, and all I'm going to do here, to change hands here, is I am going to glue the bottom of the platform. And I tend to put a lot of glue on it. See, this is not coming through properly. Probably not quite hot enough yet. We're getting there. I'm just going to get the center pieces to start. I had it on the platform exactly the way I want it. So I tend to flatten it down, and then I just put the lid in place just like this. And then I can pick up the edges a little later. I just want to get that in the middle. Just let it dry a little bit, and then we can add some other glue around the edges as we need. Now you don't want too much because, you know, the glue will tend to bulk up at the bottom and make it harder to fold in. Now you'll notice that there is an attachment here. I haven't got it quite glued down. Just want you to fold that in, and I'm going to see if I can get a little more glue in here. The whole idea is just to get it to stay in one place. And what I'm going to do with this edge piece, once this is dried, I'm actually going to add some glue into the side here. I'm trying to move that out of the way. I'm going to add some glue in here. So I'm just going to let that dry for a second. So I think this is dry enough now that we'll be able to move. I'm going to add a little glue to the edge here. Sorry, I've just got to push that glue in. Just a little bit, just to hold the bottom petal on top. Move this back over here. As you can see, I'm just going to glue it to the edge here. And that's just to hold things in place. Now you'll notice that there are gaps in between here, not to worry about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a dowel. This is the one thing I had hanging around that was small. And what we want to do is roll these edges so that they're rolling out. And you'll notice in the other one how we had rolled the edges. Now it's just a matter of just taking the edge and giving it a roll. Doesn't matter if you have a pattern in there or not. It will show up, but you do need to roll the outside pieces. And then we're going to work our way in and start rolling everything that we can to make this really look gorgeous. Now you'll notice with the little designs that we had on the outside, it's starting to look really good. Now we'll grab the second pieces in and just get our hands in there. There we go. Same with the next one, because most of it is glued down in the center, and if things start to come apart, you can always apply more glue. So never worry about things not staying down exactly where you want them. We've now done the outside design pieces, so now what we're going to do is simply just roll the other edges. Now I didn't roll them all in this one, I just came in a certain way. And that's really key to making this look more realistic. Now we do have the white color on the inside because I used a single-sided and I used a light cardstock for this particular rose. So it has the yellow color on the bottom. but you can see the effect with it right here. It's just beautiful. There are white roses, and with the curling and everything, this is going to look absolutely magnificent. We have lots of little curls that we can put in, and remember, you don't have to do every single one of them. I just like to because it really looks gorgeous when you finish doing the curling. And we did that one already, so we can start on this one. So I'm going to roll these up, and then we'll start putting these together onto a nice little patterned design. I decided I didn't want to roll this one too deep, but you can really get them going deeper and deeper, and it depends on how you want that style. Now this one with the hearts looks so amazing. Now I can roll these ones even further if I wanted to. But basically, that is all there is to it. Now, if you find that this is a little loose around the edge, don't worry about it. You do have a glue gun. We can apply more glue around the edge and just move our leaf on top of it here, just so it picks it up. There we go. Ooh, that's hot. So that'll stay in place a little better. And then you can continue rolling. You can roll them to the inside as well. You can even tighten up the middle if it's loose from that end. So there we have it, a rolled rose. This one with a double-sided heavier cardstock, this one with a light cardstock. I find out this one was easier to work with than the light cardstock, but the choice is yours. Only other thing you need is a dowel or something round where you can roll it. And I used a glue gun, but you could use any kind of adhesive you want. So that's it for the rolled rose. I hope you really enjoyed this project, and until next time, happy crafting.